If you don't know, this is your fog light. Obviously the white light looks way cooler than the halogens, and they're amber. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm pretty excited because LASFIT was willing to give me an awesome discount on these fog lights that we're going to be swapping out into the 4Runner. So if you're new to the channel, here we like to talk about tech and overlanding and off-roading and a various assortment of things. And so one way that I wanted to see if there was a way to get a better performance out of your fog lights was to just swap the lights inside of them rather than having to buy a completely new pod kit. So when I was looking around for options, I heard a lot of great things about LASFIT and reached out to them, and they were willing to give me a discount on these lights. So I'm going to test them out for you. We're going to put them in the 4Runner, and then we're going to do sort of a comparison to see if these really do have a much greater output of light compared to the stock ones, or if they're really not worth the money. But from what my experience has been with my interior lighting that I swapped out, I bet these are going to be awesome. The other thing that's really cool about this particular design is they call it their Switchback design, which basically means it has a white and an amber mode, and using the stock fog light switch you can toggle between these. So we'll talk a little more about that later in the video, but for now I just wanted to do a quick unboxing, show you what I've got here, and then we can kind of talk about specs and other things a little later. But basically, it comes in a super nice box. It's packaged similar to like an Apple product, and you can definitely feel quality when you're just holding the packaging. Light is at 6,000 Kelvin, and then yellow is at 3,000 Kelvin. So those are the like temperature, the color temperatures, if you're wondering, for the white and yellow light on it. So these should be completely plug and play, but let's just dive into the box and kind of see what we've got going on. So initially we've got this product manual, and some stickers. I'm not quite sure if these stickers actually come with the packaging or if they're included as part of giving me a discount and maybe they'd like me to have some stickers. So just so you're aware, they may or may not come with stickers, but obviously they're going to come with this product manual. And then we've got these two lights. So basically what you're going to do is this plugs into your factory plug-in, and then you're going to grab one of these lights and they twist into your factory fog lamp, and then you plug this into your LED. So let's see here. Come on now, it's not plugging in very straight. There we go. So yeah, you just connect them like this, and then it's got this little screw on. This must be to hold them together, obviously, but also I bet it helps with waterproofing. Alright, so we connect one of those and then gently set that down. I don't want to hurt anything. Grab this other one out of here and twist this one on too. I'm not too worried about this project. I think it's going to be pretty straightforward, and I'm honestly just excited to do this. So it looks like we've got a little loop here. I'm guessing this is if you want to zip tie this to some spot under your front bumper so that it's not bouncing around, but I'm going to have to grab a couple of zip ties to do that. So, alright, we've got these lights. Let's jump outside and let's crawl under the car and let's see if we can easily get at those fog lights so that we can put these in. Alright guys, so we're outside. We're doing awesome. We're out in the snow. I've got my tarp down and then just a packing blanket to make my experience laying down in the snow a little bit better. But if you don't know, this is your fog light. So these are the lights that I'm trying to switch out. So we're going to do both sides, and we're just going to get after it here. And I'm going to crawl under here and hopefully film as much as I can to help explain it. I don't really know if you need many tools. I think you just have to basically screw the stock light bulb like a quarter turn or half turn and it'll pop right out. So I'm hoping I can just pop them out, pop the new ones in, plug them in, and they should be good to go. So stay tuned. Alright, so there's not a lot of room under here to explain things, but I was able to get a light under here. So basically this cable right here is what is feeding the light, and the light is right here. So in stock configuration, these cables point straight down towards the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this, and this light bulb should hopefully pop right out. So let's do that now. Alright, so one thing I didn't clarify is you need to unplug this cable right here before you can actually twist the light bulb. So if you look up in there, see how the light bulb now can clear that plastic piece? Before unplugging it, it won't clear it, it just gets stuck. That's how it locks into place. So now that it's unplugged, we can actually twist that. So now I can reach up in there, take out the light bulb, and hopefully switch out a new one. So yeah, the other thing I will mention is if you look at the orientation of these light bulbs, note these 3 little notches, because that's what's going to be hooking on when you screw this in. So there's like 1 notch on the top, which you can see right here, and then the cable points downward. That's the same thing with this light bulb. So we've got the cable pointing downward right here, and then there's that notch on the top. So when you feed this in, you're going to feed it in like roughly like this with the cable notch to the side, and then it's going to twist down and be in place. Does that make sense? Alright, let's do that. One thing I did not note that I should note is on this part of the harness that plugs into the original plug-in, it has a positive and a minus symbol. And when you look at the wires coming out of this harness, well, basically one wire has a solid black line, and then the other wire has like a dotted gray line, and both wires are white. And what you want to make sure to do is you want to make sure that your black solid line is plugged into the negative side of the light bulb. Otherwise it's not going to work. It's just how the circuit is designed. So make sure you do that so that the lights work. Otherwise you'll have to take it all apart. Alright, so the thing of note for me was I didn't really know how far I had to push in the light before it would actually hook. So you can see there's kind of a little bit of an orange ring or that rubberized seal, and then the cord just sticks straight down like I was saying. Now I got this plugged in. Be aware that inside this tubing there might be some water, so I'd just be careful about that as well. And then if we look up here, see how there's those 2 small holes? Those are in metal, so I'm going to use a black zip tie to just hook through this. Sorry, it's kind of hard to watch everything in film, but see this little loop on the metal casing? I'm going to loop a zip tie through there and then hook it through up there. That way it'll hold it up nice and high and keep it out of the water. So we're going to do that now. Alright, so I got that zip tied up there, so now I think that looks pretty good. I'm not too picky, it's all covered up, but if I do end up doing like a front bumper modification, I'm definitely going to need to make sure I don't cut through any of those wires, but otherwise I'm happy. So make sure you hear a good click when you plug these 2 together, and then after that it should be all good to go. So on to the next side. Alright, so this one is much more challenging to get at, but basically if you look up in there, we're trying to get up to that clip right there. So this one's going to be hard to film, so I'm not going to try and film it, but basically you're just going to unhook it like the others and then hook it in there. Hopefully I can find a good place to put that zip tie. Alright, so we got it unhooked, so now I just have to somehow figure out a way to rotate that, and it's going to rotate the exact same way as on the driver's side of the vehicle. So in this video it's rotating away from us, and then we're going to hook in the other one. Alright, so we got it fed up in there. It was a really far stretch, so that is kind of challenging, to be completely honest, without taking off stuff. But there's this like plastic thing here with a loop on it. I just zip tied it to that. I couldn't find a better place to hook it onto. And there's probably a way better spot to put it, but that'll work for now. And when I have to take off my front bumper, I'll just find a better place to zip it to. So, but the issue is if these ever go out, they need to be accessible. So it's kind of like, you know, which is the best spot to do? Do you have it somewhere tucked out of the way or somewhere accessible? So ideally though, it'd be somewhere else so that you aren't going to get it all wet. So just a first look, and obviously the white light looks way cooler than the halogens, but now I'll show you how you toggle between the two. It's super simple. You just go to your fog one, which is this second dial here, turn it off, then turn it back on again. And now you walk out, and they're amber. So I would say that my grill lights are almost like an orange, but maybe these are also more of a yellowish color, but probably super low quality manufactured Raptor grill lights are not doing so hot, so I'm probably going to have to replace those soon. This one obviously flickers. You've probably noticed that in some of my slow motion videos. But yeah, I do like the yellow fogs just because it's kind of handy, but I'll have to test it out and see. I like it so far. So there's just normal low beams. So this is the halogen low beams. Yellow fogs. White fogs. And then that's off again. How insane is that? And again, just like last time, I'm just going to store these in the box that they came in, because might as well have a backup on hand in case one of these breaks. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching the video. I hope that this installation guide was pretty helpful for you, and I've had these installed for about a week and a half, and it's honestly been amazing to have these lights. I think it's been roughly like -5 throughout the last 2 weeks, so I wasn't able to get very good driving footage because it's just so cold. But I really think these are a great product, and I would definitely recommend them. They're an awesome way to upgrade your lights without having to spend a bunch of money on aftermarket light pods. So with that being said, if you want to grab one of these, I've linked them down below, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.